Welcome, everyone, to the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's the home of the Timberwolves, where we're broadcasting from live today. Welcome to the Tuesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. Taking a look at Portland, they've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Yep, and there isn't a more confident team in the NBA right now. Believe me, none of the guys on that team think this winning streak has happened by accident.
For those teams already expected Clark to go deep into the playoffs around this time of year, how easy do you think it is to just go through the motions and maybe not tighten the screws as much as you should?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I never had the experience of being a player on a playoff team, but I did broadcast a number of the outstanding Pacers teams, and it is tough in the long haul of the season for teams that are fighting for potential championships to stay engaged fully during the regular season. There is a period, and I think most really good teams will admit it, that they aren't as focused because they're excited for the playoffs to start, and they just have to work themselves through those dog days of the regular season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Young out there with Big Cat. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Turner, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. Portland shooting their first free throws of this game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And the first one drops. Misses, so he splits the free throws. And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility club. The versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots you deep, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, these little nuances like the pump fake, developing aspects of Wiggins' expanding game.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Well, it definitely was a disappointing part of his game this year. Not the numbers he was hoping for from the stripe.
That free throw missing.
You know, there's no question the talent is there for Wiggins. It's obvious. But can he take that next leap forward and become a superstar? He may be destined to be a good second star on the team and maybe not the leading guy.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Here's Trent, defended by Jones. Trent passes to McCollum. And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Trent, guarded by Holiday. Just 5 to shoot.
Really a complete defender. I mean, Towns able to do it in the paint and on the perimeter.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Now here's Wiggins. He's coming off a 25-point game against Orlando.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Wiggins against Young. Has to Reed. Kicks to McCollum. Over Jones. McCollum no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Wiggins. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Good work there as it goes. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the night. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Towns with the steal. McCollum against Holiday. Towns wide open. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And, you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
On the basket by Jones. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Here's Trent. Tyus Jones picking up that last basket. Poked loose. Stolen by Holiday. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, it's Minnesota.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Jones finds Beal. Wiggins with it. Turner covering. Jones against McCollum. Down low. Shoots. Doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now, here is Young. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 4 on the clock. They grab their own miss. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
I like the shiftiness of McCollum. Feels like he can get any shot he wants to. Very efficient as a guard.
The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in. And so McCollum nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Young against Wiggins. And Valanciunas kicks to Beal. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And checking out some numbers for Andrew Wiggins. over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's right around 17 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his outfit. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
Here's Trent. No points in the game yet for him. Count that one.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
Holiday, the pass to Valanciunas. And Beal kicks to Towns. A second chance effort, and it's good on the way up. Towns has got his first bucket in this one.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl-Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Now here is Holiday. 8 points his last outing. And that one's good. Wiggins.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Our Hall of Famer David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Terry Stotts. And D.A., what do you have to say?
Well, Kevin, he said for them to be successful, they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees, unquote, every time the ball goes into the post. If they don't, he thinks they're going to be in for a long night. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That one drops for him.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Young against Towns. Poked away. Holiday with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And down hard. Flying high for the catch and flush, Kevin. Wiggins gets off the ground in a hurry.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now a timeout called by Portland. One of the buzzwords we hear all the time now, Clark, two-way player. But when you were out there, everyone had to be, it seemed to me, a two-way player.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's interesting when you see some of these terms that come into vogue. There's not much that's new under the sun in terms of the game. And clearly, two-way players were as valued in the past, even before me, as they are now. I just think it's part of the language of the game now where it's more prevalent.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Here's Reed. And Aminu kicks to Morris. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
And you were a good defender, Greg, so you tell me, how do you guard that? I mean, the height, the soft release, not a lot you can do against that combination.
Towns. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. Trailblazers trail by 8. Dragic finds McCollum. On the wing, Morris. Fires for 3. Doesn't go for him. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
And, Greg, sometimes we've seen it happen where a team that's supposed to be the underdog gets the game into OT, and then the momentum swings their way.
And Towns gets it to go.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Aminu. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the middle. Here's Towns. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Dragic. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
And here's Holiday after the three-pointer from Goran Dragic. Wiggins kicks to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. That's 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They trail by 9 points. Reed the pass to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trail Blazers. Took the opportunity when he saw it. That's 7 points for Markieff Morris.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout. And Markieff Morris out of Kansas is spread 4, as they say.
And able to stripe it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Harkless is checked in for Big Cat. Timberwolves leading by 6. Passes it to Bates-Diop. Morris against Valanciunas. Okogie. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. 5th, the Timberwolves.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
And the first one at the line is good. And he can't hit the second.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And it's in there.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Jones kicks to Brown. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. Okogie covered by Morris. Another shot. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
There's the pass to Jones. Here's Bates-Diop. Back to Jones. Morris with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 5. Now here's Harkless. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Morris kicks to Dragic. And another 3 for Portland.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. And I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
That one is off. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers trail by 3. And here's McCollum. 43 points out last game. He kicks it to Dragic. From downtown. No good on the last second attempt there. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Minnesota Timberwolves. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be back with you shortly. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
And you know what, Greg? It looks like they have an advantage there. I mean, I liked how they've made an effort, really a concentrated effort, to hit that glass.
Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second quarter. McCollum at the 2 with Harkless playing the 3. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Dragic in at the point guard position. We know star power is critical, Clark, but when you look at the great bench players, what distinguishes them in your estimation?
A couple of things, Kevin, when you talk about outstanding role players. One is not only do they accept their role, they embrace it. They thrive in it. They really relish it. They could be impacting the game defensively or impacting it with energy and offensive rebounding. Sometimes it's a designated scorer who comes off the bench to just inject offense. Lou Williams as a 6th man.
Sure.
Vinnie Johnson when he was with the Pistons. I mean, there are a number of guys. John Havlicek, his great Hall of Fame career was pretty much started as a 6th man. So a number, Kevin McHale and so forth. You can go down the list, but they impact the outcome with some aspect or aspects of their game, which is awesome to see.
Oh, that's blocked. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, Minnesota, a game and a half out.
And for the Trailblazers, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Well, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
And teams have nights like this when the shots that usually drop just won't go down. That's when you have to rely on your defense, and that's the only way to stay in the game.
Now here's Harkless. Pass to McCollum. And taken away by Brown. Kicks it to Jones. Launches it. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Well, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Pass to Morris. Now here's Harkless. Guarded by Valanciunas. 6 to shoot. Harkless finds Morris. Portland again missing.
And, you know, he's yet to hit another 3 after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Valanciunas passes to Jones. Brown with it, now defended by McCollum. Here's Bates Diop. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Now here's Dragic. Morris outside. To end the drought. And it's good on the way in. Morris has got 9 points. Timberwolves leading by 4. Now Jones. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And he drops it in from the low post.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Dragic. He kicks it to Morris. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Here's Bates-Diop. The shot off that time. Now Portland takes it the other way.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And it's blocked. McCollum against Brown. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Harkless.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the timeout call there.
Chance to check out the numbers for Beal. He's been a factor for them over the last month, putting up about 18 points per, 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes naturally.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
Here's Bates-Diop. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul. And so it's Minnesota with it. They've led by as much as 10. 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. Off the left rim and out. And it's Dragic bringing up the ball for Portland. Only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now here's Turner. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the shot is good. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead. Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, acts as a utility knife for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
No good on the free throw.
And, you know, really Towns is the total package. A versatile scorer, skilled defender, and strong competitor.
And he sinks the second. Wiggins kicks to Beal. Holiday, the pass to Towns. They get a hand on it. Outside Holiday. Pass to Wiggins. Now Towns over Reed. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Young's got 4 rebounds in this game. Feeds it to Turner. And Turner throws it down.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Dragic against Holiday. Kicks it to Towns. Back to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. True on the 14-footer. Holiday's got his first basket.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Young outside. Passes to Reed. Dragic looking for an opening. No good that time. Holiday with the defensive effort. Right side, Beal. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Trent. He's covered by Beal. Outside Turner. Fires the 3. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The kick out to Holiday. From 15 feet away, that one falls. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight. Here's Turner. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Young, right side. Here's Dragic from outside. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
And now Portland on the break. And Turner kicks to Dragic. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now.
And you know, their free throw shooting overlooked by some, but it's kept them alive in close games. And you definitely get confidence when you have the ability to convert on those opportunities.
And the Timberwolves call timing. The big men in the league didn't mind drifting out and letting it fly from deep. Here are the best three-point shooters, centers, and power forwards. Karl Anthony Towns, 4th.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
And these guys are really incredible. I mean, on one trip, they give you points in the paint. On the next trip, they give you points behind the arc. Boy, talk about range and versatility in spades. You got it.
And Portland turns it over again. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Trailblazers. Timberwolves leading by 5. Outside Holiday. Outside Towns. Now the dish to Wiggins. Another miss by Minnesota. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Reed to end the cold streak. A shot that time, not on target. Towns with the defensive effort. Okogie. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 6 points for him. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pass to Trent. Outside Dragic. Young passes to Trent. Here's Big Cat. Just 4 to shoot. No good from Dragic. And Holiday kicks to Wiggins. And the call will go against Big Cat. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And that's the tough part of trying to keep him on the floor. Now he picks up that third foul.
Trail Blazers on D. 7-point differential. Wiggins against Turner. 5 to shoot. Okogie nails the wide open jump shot. Dragic with it. He's got 6. Outside Turner. The pass to Reed. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Portland. So it's Portland now. They trail by 9 points. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 5 on the clock. Turner with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Portland again missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Now here's Turner. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Pass to Trent. Looking to end the run. Hits the front of the rim and out. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That bucket in no time at all. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Pouring barrage from Wiggins. Aggressive, focus. No one's been able to hold him down all night.
Passes to Reed. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
That was Thaddeus Young getting in the way of the defense there. Really solidly done on the screen.
Right side Towns. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And Turner kicks to Young. Now here's Harkless. Guarded by Holiday. Stolen by Holiday. Over to the wing. Inside. Young with the steal. Here's Trent. On the wing, Turner shoots over Beal. And we finished one half of basketball. The Timberwolves on top as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 2 steals. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they had to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to their lead.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
Well, look, they turned the ball over way too much. You can't do that in the NBA. Teams are just too talented. You can't give them that many possessions. Don't give away the entire game just by giving up an extra few possessions here and there. These guys need to come with more precision in the second half.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Trailblazers trail by 10. Wiggins is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. Then it's Holiday. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Kicks it to Young. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Can't get it to fall.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Turner's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Trailblazers. Turner's gone 3 for 5 from the field. Outside, Towns. Dishes to Wiggins. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That is his first foul of the game. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Wiggins outside. 6 on the shot clock. Poked away. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. Then on Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets.
And that matchup against the Hornets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball, following Drew Holiday's three-point attempt. Portland may have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Evan Turner. So it's the Timberwolves now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Holiday. Stolen by McCollum. To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Now here's Towns. He's got 15. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And, you know, they don't have it right now. I mean, missing their first 3 shots so far this half, slow start.
McCollum dishes to Turner. Back to McCollum. Young outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Holiday. He kicks it to Towns. He dishes it to Wiggins. And Holiday has it in the corner. Clock at 4. To end the drought. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Morris is checked in for Big Cat. And it's Aminu in for Turner. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. McCollum kicks to Morris. Out to the right wing. McCollum outside. Pass to Young. Over Wiggins. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. McCollum against Holiday. Beal gets a wide open hook. His three-pointers off the mark.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
And the pass to McCollum. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
A moment now to see the numbers for Holiday. His last 10 games, he's getting around 8 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And while the numbers are decent, I really feel like he can do more.
Yeah, you know, his issue is more mental right now, I think. He just needs to block out the distractions and get back to being the star that he is.
Towns against Morris. Towns finds Wiggins. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's Trent. Morris outside. McCollum outside. Over Beal. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Minnesota. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Holiday, the pass to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Aminu. And here we go. Here's Trent, and he uses the glass on the layup. Trent's got his second bucket of the game to go. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Minnesota again turning it over.
And checking out the numbers for C.J. McCollum. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 4th in scoring, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Trent. Great D that time from Beal.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
And Holiday kicks to Valanciunas. Over Trent. Valanciunas, good.
And providing the support, boy, they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by Portland.
Trent passes to Morris. And a wide open look for McCollum. Misses the 3. Minnesota's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Outside Holiday. Back to Wiggins. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
You know, a guy who gets his points without dominating the basketball, that makes Wiggins even more valuable as a player.
Towns against Young. Out to the right wing. Here's Trent. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Beal with the steal. Out Outside Holiday. Pass to Valanciunas. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Wiggins missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Trent passes to Aminu.
I love that. Yes, indeedy.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it, Kevin and Greg. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Towns kicks to Beal. This one for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got 6.
You know, leaving somebody that wide open is not prudent. I mean, you got to expect to get burned when you put that kind of effort forward.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 13. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Basket counts, and it's a 5-point Minnesota lead.
Beasting and feasting from this area. Towns utilizing all his length and size to burn the defense there.
McCollum against Howard. McCollum left side. Here's Trent. He's covered by Beal. Trent can't hit.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
They get it again. Here's Valanciunas.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Now here's McCollum, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. And the wide open shot from Morris. Portland again missing. Now the Timberwolves with it, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And Beal kicks to Wiggins. Morris against Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Holiday. From deep. Portland grabs the miss.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Big Cat is checked in for Morris. Dragic against Jones. Outside Dragic. Shot clock at 6. He feeds it to Aminu. Over Jones. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Aminu. The Timberwolves shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Jones, the pass to Bates Diop. Back to Jones. Passes it to Bates Diop. Shot clock at 6. Over Reed. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. 5th best, C.J. McCollum.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Dragic finds McCollum. Back to Dragic. 1:53 left in the third quarter. There's the triple. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 8th rebound here tonight. To the inside. It's stolen by Dragic. The pass to Reed. Nice D from Valanciunas.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Now here's Jones. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Jones has got his second basket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Dragic kicks to McCollum. Right wing. Minu, the pass to McCollum. For 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. McCollum's got 16.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the third. Bates Diop, the pass to Jones. Brown outside. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Trailblazers making a switch here. Seconds left here in the third quarter. McCollum outside, shoots over Brown. Off the iron that time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timberwolves lead by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. At the 2, it's McCollum with Turner at the 3. Big can out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Dragic in at the point guard. Pass to Bates Diop. Clock at 6. Over Harkless. Bates Diop misses.
Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. Brown dishes to Jones. Out to the right wing. Timberwolves passing it around. 5 on the clock. On the top of the key. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Big Cat's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
Here's Jones. Kicks to Valanciunas. And there it is for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Now here's Turner. Here's Big Cat. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Okogie defended by Harkless. Rockets with some nice D. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Okogie misses off the left iron.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I'm sure he's frustrated, Greg, because nothing is falling right now. But he's going to keep chipping away at it, and that's the attitude. Stay with it.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Good from Turner. Both free throws good from Turner. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Okogie, Turner covering. They grab their own miss. That one goes. Count it. 10 points for Valanciunas.
Great effort, terrific instinct. It's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
Dragic against Jones. It's McCollum with the drive. Rebound, Minnesota. Valanciunas has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And the layup is good. And now a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And Minnesota has possession following the miss by C.J. McCollum.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleek.
Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. McCollum's got 9 points here in the second half. Jones finds Valanciunas. Round with it. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Bates Diop. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trail Blazers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
The first one falls, so both teams making some changes here. Both good from the line that time. Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum kicks to Turner. Pass to Reed. Shoots the three. A shot off that time. Timberwolves go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Jones. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. McCollum outside. Passes to Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Turner. 2 points. That one goes. Turner's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Timberwolves leading by 6. Jones looking for an opening. Now here's Towns. Guarded closer. Chalk up 2 there. Towns has got 19 points.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
McCollum up top, guarded by Holiday. McCollum against Holiday. McCollum passes to Reed. Shoots over Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns with the rebound.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. You look at Towns. He's really been playing well.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Minnesota. Brown comes in for Drew Holiday. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. And it's Jones with the ball for the Timberwolves. They're leading by 8. And Beal kicks to Towns over Reed. Another miss by Towns. Jones against McCollum. They double him with Wiggins, and the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here's Young. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, it takes a lot of composure with the shot clock winding down to get off a quality shot and knock it down. That's well done by Thaddeus Young.
Now here's Towns. Now the dish to Wiggins. Over Trent. And it's Portland with the rebound. Right side Turner. Trailblazers keep it alive. He kicks to McCollum. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for Portland.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Beal from long range bangs home the trifecta. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
Here's Big Cat. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the pass to Beal. Towns with it. Down low. Here's Wiggins, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And when you see Wiggins starting to develop that mindset, that mental edge. Knows he has the defender in trouble, and he's able to draw the foul as a result.
2 shots.
Two shots.
Free throw good. Wiggins. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Holiday in for Jones. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Trailblazers trail by 6. A 3 from McCollum. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Beal's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wiggins with it. Picked up by Turner. Here's Valanciunas. And it's blocked. And Young kicks to McCollum. Unloads from 13. And he connects with the jumper. McCollum's got 14 points here in the second half.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths.
Towns finds Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Outstanding vision, plus the height of Towns allows him to see over defenders.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Valanciunas, no good on that.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
Minnesota leading by 6. Wiggins, right side. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Count that one. The Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Reed.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
It's Beal on the wing. Turner covering. Beal the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Beal. From deep. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Portland on defense. 6-point game. The kick out to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Beal. And right on target. Good. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one. McCollum against Holiday. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. .104 left in the fourth quarter. And Valanciunas kicks to Beal. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Over Reed. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here and what looks to be a solid win for the Timberwolves.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against Portland.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Karl-Anthony Towns.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Cullen passes to Reed, and it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. A different look now for Portland. Markieff Morris is checked in for Big Cat. Aminu comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Harkless is subbed in for McCullough. Here's Trent. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Morris. Portland again missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Beal finds Holiday. Now Towns. He's covered by Aminu. It's stolen by Aminu. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. Dishes it to Harkless. Takes a 3. Off target.
You know, getting up into the shooter's Wiggins, I mean, has all the natural tools and skills, I think, to be one of the best defenders in the league.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of controlling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set a screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.